Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Baker and your friend Harold. Here we are at Elkins Public Library. I've missed you, and I'm so glad you can join me again. I have another bedtime story. I've enjoyed 2 other bedtime stories, and this is one of my favorites. I hope after I read the book, you can stick around at the end so I can talk to your parents and your caregivers about why I chose this title. Are you ready to read? Steam Train, Dream Train. Here we go. This book is by Sherry Dusky-Rinker and Tom Lichtenheld. Ready? Steam Train, Dream Train. Do you see how this book has been torn up a little bit? It's one of your favorites. Here we go. Are you ready to listen? Because I'm ready to read. Gonna need these. Through the darkness, clickety-clack, coming closer down the track. Hold your breath so you can hear huffing, chuffing, chugging near. Here it comes. The whistle blares out in the night, a mighty engine, wondrous sight. Oh, the smokestack puffs, the big wheels grind, the 10 trusty tenders close behind. Cling clang, the bell rings out on top, hissing steam, brakes squeal, and then stop. The driver signals to the crew. Each worker knows what just to do. Quick! Before it gets too late, start to load up all the freight.
Here we go.
Everything will soon be stowed, a train car matched to every load. Look at all the animals getting on board. Look at that. The crew slides back the boxcar door and tumbles in to start their chores. They whirl, twirl, cartwheel, jump, but cargo's stowed without a bump. Things that rock and roll and spin, all are juggled safely in. What kind of animals are those? Are they monkeys? I think they are. The freight is loaded as they play. They work and bounce the night away. Building blocks, erector sets, bikes and kites and model jets. The boxcars made to safely haul almost anything at all. Look at that. Look. What are those? Are those rabbits? And I think that's a camel, don't you, boys and girls? The hopper's top is open wide, so cargo can be poured inside. The crew hops to it, one and all. They get to work and have a ball. And then with a bounce, a leap, 3 boys jump in and fall asleep. Oh, look at them.
Here we go.
Those are kangaroos, aren't they? Tankers lined up in a row are getting filled with paints to go. Purple, yellow, green, and blue. A color convoy coming through. Do you hear those elephants? And did you just hear that owl? Looks like a couple monkeys are helping. The reefer car is snug and cold. Its chilly box can safely hold frozen treats for every stop, like a rolling ice cream shop. Look at that. The train car's packed, the crew sits back and chills out with a midnight snack. Look at that, we've got polar bears and penguins. Oh my goodness. 10 hard workers lend a hand to fill the gondola with sand. Stand for castles, moats, and more. Sand for tunnels, sand galore. I think those are gophers or prairie dogs would be my guess. They sound like it, don't they? Stacked up on the auto rack, 6 race cars for a private track. Rainbow colors, flames and stripes, shiny engines, chromy pipes. The auto rack will gently keep these fast, fast cars all fast asleep. The well cars carry giant beasts, munching on enormous feasts. Brachiosaurus likes the view, while T-Rex gets a bone to chew. Do you see? Oh my goodness. Dinosaurs and trains in the same book. A flatbed car is a rolling bed. The weary crew can rest their heads and settle in and tuck in tight. Their work is finished for tonight. Did you hear the elephant? The red caboose is last in line. From the lookout, all looks fine. The freight and crew are tucked away. The next stop is another day. A hiss, a jolt, a shift and sway. Now the journey's underway. The train's departing, car by car. The headlight fades into the stars, puffing, chugging, out of sight. Steam train, dream train. Shh. Good night. I hope you enjoyed Steam Train, Dream Train. Now, moms and dads and caregivers, I love this book. Again, I love bedtime stories. And if you've watched the last 2 book reads, I've done bedtime stories. And for the same reasons, I think a real comforting, soothing bedtime story for your little ones or your mid-grade or even your older children is real important during this time in our lives. I love these authors. They also wrote Goodnight, Goodnight Construction Site, which is on a previous book read. So take a look at that if you haven't already. I love it. 1, it's a rhyming book, so that builds on that early reader foundation. And also, remember, the authors are very, very respectful because, like so many kids who have a real focused attention on one particular thing, I find that kids either love trucks, or they love dinosaurs, they love trains, or they love animals. And sometimes children will have that hyper focus on more than one subject, but trains are really important. And this particular book pays real good attention to the actual name of the cars, to pay respect to those children who really know a lot about this subject already. I really appreciate that because I think we have to treat children with a lot of respect. They know a whole lot more than we do, that's for sure. So I love this book, very comforting, and with the help of Novel Effect, which is an app which is available, you can read with sound effects or make your own sound effects at home. So thank you for being such good listeners. So under the Fair Use Guidelines, this has been a production of Baker Company in cooperation with Elkins Public Library and the town of Canterbury. The intention of this video is for nonprofit educational use only. Please do not copy or sell this material without written permission of myself, Elkins Public Library, or the town of Canterbury. I hope you'll tune in again soon for another book read, but until then, I love you and I'm so proud of you.